Stand there and take a picture. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
President Bwala Tinubu is one of those heads of state and government participating in this Africa-France summit. We are seeing this new momentum by African countries. Can you tell us what this means for the continent?
Well, this is coming off of the heels of revival that is taking place in different parts of Africa with countries doing reforms. Like Kenya also tried. They are doing some of the reforms that they are doing, which is creating investment climate for us as a country, and of course the leading country in Africa in many respects. President deemed it that this is a strategic meeting, and the meeting is going to focus on like 7 thematic areas. Fortunately for us, I think 6 of the 7 thematic areas happen to fall in line with the president's renewed hope, policy programs, which we have started implementing right from day one. Take, for example, when they talk about the international financial restructuring, we have seen that financial structuring that has taken place in Nigeria, which has given confidence on Naira. They talk about artificial intelligence, and we see what we're doing in Nigeria, deploying this technology, because we have a pool of population of the youth, people who are there to tap. We have between 20 to 30 million hectares of arable land, because agriculture is forming still part of the key component of the conversation. So you see that there are other opportunities. Blue economy is also part of it. And then, of course, the agricultural revolution that I talked about. These are areas that they intend to focus on. And the whole concept of this summit is to create this sense that Africa by itself can create the environment for the economy that they deserve, rather than this dependency from the rest of the world. The president even intends to move to as far as Kigali to also continue this conversation with the African CEO. So here, it is quite strategic, it is important, and most of the thematic areas happen to fall in line with what we are already doing in Nigeria. And the president of Nigeria, of course, which is a leading figure in Africa, is happy to lead in this endeavor. He is going to participate in 3 plenaries today, tomorrow, and these are areas also, like I said, that affect most of what we're doing in Nigeria.
Okay, so this is just one of the platforms available for countries of the world, particularly in Africa and France. So other Western countries are also trying to do the same. So what opportunities do you think this provides for Nigeria to leverage on?
The fact is that Nigeria and Africa is an investment-friendly environment. We have a lot of natural resources, right? The rest of the world look to investing in Africa. The problem over the years has been that the African countries have not stated the case enough for the investors to come, because of the negative coverage that is portrayed or pushed by, I would say, unfortunately, Western media about the opportunities that lie in Africa. But I think that this meeting is good, because now the focus of the meeting is shifting away from just wooing investors to come to steering our own people to rise to occasion by utilizing what they already have and what they are doing. That's why if you see the program that is coming up in Kigali, they're talking about African CEOs. And even in this France-Africa Summit, you see that the rest of the world are here. They are here not just to observe, but also to hear about the much that African countries have in its partnership with France. Although it is a partnership with France, but it creates the opportunity for the rest of the world also to be a part of what we're doing.
Okay, so can you let us know a little about the presentation that the president is expected to make?
So sometimes unless you have the direct instruction, you don't preempt the speech of the president. I can only give you a broad spectrum of what the focus is all about. Like I told you, the key areas, for example, in financial restructuring, you know what we have done with the unification of the foreign exchange, which has given confidence to our Naira. So Nigeria is not just participating, but also showing the example of what we have done, which the rest of Africa can also emulate. in the area of, for example, agriculture. If you look at what we're doing in Nigeria and the opportunity that our landmass create, arable landmass, which is a fruitful landmass for investment. And the president has actually initiated those reforms in the agriculture already in Nigeria. So in other words, I am doing something to tell you I believe in it, and I'm seeing the result, and I'm asking you to come and participate, not just as bringing investment to Nigeria or Africa, but participating in an investment that you have, return on investment. So this is another area. In the blue economy, you see what we're doing in Africa and in Nigeria in particular. So it's exciting. Most of these thematic areas, I think, happen to fall in line with what the president is going to talk about.